restored the Polar Express. It's me, Paulina. Today is a very special night. Some of you might have been in the live stream last night when we read part 4 of Impact, FELIX fanfiction. Now, yesterday, we read chapters 29 and 30. And a lot went down. I'm absolutely not going to repeat anything that I said yesterday. But if you missed yesterday's live and you want to catch up, you can totally rewatch part 4 live stream of the FELIX fanfiction. But make sure to do that after this live stream because you really need to be on the one for today. Okay. Hello, everyone. I was literally crying laughing at you guys that changed your usernames. What's the one that I pinned? Okay, my favorite username so far is Vani's, I think, which is Paulina turned up the wand on Bath-chan's entrance. That one is long and descriptive, but it's good. Oh, Rayhana asks, what was y'all's fave hashtag last night? Everyone please drop a comment what your favorite hashtag was. Okay, I see Polar Express D-word twitched. Thank you for that username. There's a few other good ones. Honey's username is Polar Express entrance. Very good. We have a Jisung's entrance. Amazing. Was there another one? Or were those the mains? Those might be the main. Oh, we have hashtag C-word. Amazing. Thank you guys for changing your username. It might take you 2 weeks to change it back, but whatever needs to be done for the meme, right? Harry Potter and the Chamber of C-word. That one's pretty good. Okay, guys. Okay. Before we start on part 5, the finale, I have a few things I want to talk about, so we'll wait for some more people to join as well, because I like to kind of chat with you guys before starting the live stream anyway. So, let's talk about some things. Oh, some of you were in the live stream earlier today, so you saw this already, but finally, my Moody Lenses colored contacts came in, so I wanted to show you guys what I got. Okay. Here's like a little pamphlet, but so good. The packaging is great. It looks like a K-pop album. Look at this. It's giving like aespa K-pop album or something. So this one is the Cosmo Disco. I'm not going to open it yet because I have to make a video about it still, but I'll do a live trying on all the colors on live stream, maybe next week after I dye my hair. So this is the blue. This is the, what is it? Cosmic blue? Gemini blue. This is the one that has stars in it. You can't really tell from the photo, but this has stars in it. The purple one also has stars in the lens. I guess that's why the box has the stars. I love the packaging. It's so good. This one's called Space Glitter Ball. This is the purple one. This is the purple one with the stars in it. What the heck color is this one? These are just a regular purple, I think. This one's called Hush Hush. But the packaging is so good on all of these. I got these little ones. I'm not sure why these are smaller. Yearly disposable. I think I can use, these last up to a year apparently. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure. And then pink. These are good. Hopefully these are gonna be good. I love the packaging. Like literally everything is so good. This one is so pretty. This one's good. What is it? Oh, this is the sea siren. This is like the mermaid color. I don't know why they don't have a photo of this one, but that's like the mermaid color. The mermaid like green and blue in one contact lens. So that's gonna be really cool. Can't wait to try those soon, but I hate when the time comes like when my hair looks not as great and then I have to wait like a week before I fix my hair and then I can like film videos again. I hate that period, but whatever. Okay, Sophia says, I have been here since the last live. I love that. I thought you said booty lenses earlier. No. Eyeball contact lenses. Honey was going to change her username to Peanut Bite Crackers, but she can't change it anymore because you can only change your YouTube username twice within a 2-week time period, I think. Yeah, okay, so there was that. Oh, we got a new username. Oh, Danielle is Polder Express coming through. Choo choo. Okay, I'm screenshotting that. These are so good. Y'all are so funny. I can't change my username. Adelie says, oh no. Wait, did you change it yesterday? That might have been why. Polder Express, I like your stink. They're out of the ban. They're out of the, the chat ban. My cat just opened the door. Oh no. Has that happened before? Oh, if you didn't notice, I am wearing the blue contact and the green contact today. I put them on earlier in the stream when I was perming my eyelashes. Eyelashes look pretty good. Not my best, but not my worst. They'll look a little better in a few days. I feel like it's not really good on this side, but it's kind of hard to tell in the camera. You really have to like just look in the mirror and kind of figure it out. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, if you missed the live stream earlier, I permed my eyelashes and a lot of people were freaking out. They thought I was gonna blind myself. They thought I was gonna need to go to the hospital, this and that. Everyone was being over dramatic. I'm totally fine. I've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years and I've been fine every time. Okay, so I showed you guys the Moody lenses. Those were gonna be good. Hopefully those don't hurt my eyes. And I also got another brand sent me, you know, the transparent sheet masks that I used a few times on stream. So a different company sent me their transparent sheet masks. And I wanted to make a video where I want to like test if I can get the ultimate glow within 1 day. So there's 4 different types of the transparent mask. Like one is a brightening, one is like a, I don't know. I'm blanking. One is like supposed to be for brightening, one's supposed to be like for collagen, like they're all different types. So anyway, I want to do a video where in 1 day, I want to wear all 4 of the transparent sheet masks. So I change it every 3 hours. And so we're gonna see if that'll give me the ultimate skin glow, because if so, that's a good life hack. I'm excited for these last chapters. Okay, so Jisung's entrance, I think you already read ahead. No spoilers, guys. No spoilers. I did not read ahead. I don't know anything, but I think Jisung's entrance did. Hi, it's me, Polder Wolder Boulder Ooh Slay Girl Slay. Guys, I'm screenshotting all my fave usernames because I need to remember them. I need to remember them. Okay, that one's good. Any other usernames? I don't think so. Okay. You still remember me, right? Yes, Sophia, I do. Okay. What I wanted to do, a few things, because I still have some stuff to talk about before we start the fanfic, so if you don't want to hear me talk, you can come back in a few minutes. Somebody said FELIX ripped his shirt off at Lollapalooza, like what? Is that what it was? FELIX ripped his shirt off at Lollapalooza. So, I need to see. Okay, I'm going on YouTube. I'm just seeing crazy thumbnails. I see this one thumbnail where he's dumping water on his head. I'm gonna mute it because just in case there's copyright music, I'm gonna mute it, but I am watching. Oh, you guys need to watch this. Oh. There is no way. Guys, this thumbnail, there is no way, you guys. This isn't Waterbomb Festival, sir. This is not Waterbomb Festival. There is no way. It's not that he took his shirt off, it's that he never even had a shirt to begin with, it seems like, but maybe he took it off earlier. I have no idea. Is that it? Nope, there's still more. There is no way, you guys. This is insane. Hey, I'm sure it's pretty hot over there in Chicago. Is that where Lollapalooza is? Nope, there it goes again. I'm sure it's pretty hot over in Chicago. You know, he can take his shirt off if he wants, if it's too hot out. So. My audio cut out. Is it back? I don't know. Polar Express D-word twitched. I love that one. Okay. Don't read chats for an hour again, please, Polder. Why shouldn't I read chats for an hour? When did I not read chats for an hour? I don't know. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Okay, a few more things I wanted to mention before we start. So I noticed, I was like looking through my comments earlier today, just like on my regular YouTube videos, and some moderator, I don't know who because it doesn't tell me, some moderator like removed comments like on my YouTube videos of people asking to be mods, but please don't do that because I only need help moderating like the live streams and what happens during the live streams, but any of my YouTube shorts, long form videos, anything like that, please do not remove comments or do anything with that. So that's just gonna be on me. Thumbs up, mods, if you heard that. Honey says, who did that? I have no idea. It doesn't tell me. It just says like removed by moderator, and I don't know who that was. So just letting you guys know, thank you for your help, but only need help during the live streams with comment moderation. Like anything after, because I can catch it. Like if it's just a comment that someone posted on a video, I can find that myself and like deal with it. So I don't need help with that. Okay. We watched, I'm looking through my checklist. Okay, Felix ripped his shirt off. Okay, we saw that. Wait, what? Okay. Did Felix have a shirt on before and then he ripped it off? Or was he always just wearing the vest? Let me know. Hashtag Keebler Elf. Okay, same. I didn't know mods could do that. I didn't know either. I guess they can. I don't know, it said like removed by moderator and I didn't see that a few days before, so I don't know. Okay, 3 more things to talk about before we get to the fanfic. So tomorrow night, probably around the same time, we're gonna do girl talk, ask me advice stream because y'all wanted that tomorrow. So if you have a specific question that like you need advice about, I posted a community post on YouTube like 2 hours ago. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you go to the community post, it's the most recent one. I am prioritizing people's questions that they left there because it's just easier for me to write them down and like gather them together. But you can also ask me questions during the live stream, but if the comments are flooding in really fast, I might not be able to see your question. So if you have a question you like really want me to answer and I think it's a good question, please comment on the YouTube community post and I will choose from there. So just wanted to say that. The comments are starting to filter in. Yeah, mods, it's time to get on it. There's a lot more people, so. Delilah says, I'm back. Can you give me a recap? Delilah, I absolutely cannot. Because everything I read yesterday is stuff that I cannot repeat. But definitely rewatch the live stream if you missed it yesterday. I literally watched my own live stream to fall asleep last night and I was cracking myself up even after. It was crazy. Okay. Okay, so girl talk advice on the community post. I was doing like some research. I came up with a few new live stream ideas I think you guys are really gonna like. Please let me know in the comments. If you will, I'll tell you guys the ideas. So, I came up with like kind of like 2 ideas. So on character.ai, the website, the AI website, you can type in like Bangchan or Jungkook or FELIX or anyone, any like K-pop idol, and they have their voice, like their AI voice is on the website So I wanted to do a live stream where where I like use the software and I like just like we talk to Bangchan, like we talk to Jungkook, we talk to Jimin, and we just say whatever we want. So I feel like that's gonna be fun. Not you guys saying no? Are you saying no but like you mean yes? Flop line. Oh, you guys, okay, when you guys say no, you mean yes. Okay, that's good. So maybe we'll pause on K-pop fanfiction reading for a few days, and maybe we'll go to the character AI and see how that is. Because I was testing it out today and it was crazy. Because not only does it say stuff like in Jungkook's voice or whatever it is, but it will talk back to you. So like you can type, you know, and say like, I love you, do you want to date me? And it will respond. So I think that's gonna be really fun. So I think that'll be fun. I tried making a character AI account, but it said my email was in use. I've never used the app ever. Could you get copywritten? VHS for what? For the, let me know. Okay, Sophia and Lily says, that'd be fun. I think it's gonna be so funny. And it'll kind of feel like we're writing our own K-pop fanfiction, you know? So I think that will be funny. VHS says The Voice. No, The Voice is not, it won't get copyrighted. The only thing that gets copyrighted is like music. I got copyright today because in the stream from earlier when I was perming my lashes, I showed you guys the video I made of me dancing to aespa, you know, doing this dance. And I'm such a dummy because I totally forgot you can't play music. And so I totally played the Supernova song and they're like, copyright claim. So I'm just gonna remove that part of the video. So if you miss like 15 seconds of the video and you're just like, where's the video? It's because I removed it. But also, remember the lo-fi music I was listening to while I was perming my lashes? They copyright claims me too. Even though in the title of that song, it says no copyright like lo-fi music. So I will be fighting that and I will be winning because I'm allowed to use that music. It said copyright free. Hate that. I'm sub. Thank you, Gani. Hi again. I'm watching you from yesterday. Okay, Amber, let's go. I think I'm obsessed with character AI. My sister makes me watch her date bots on character AI. Paulina turned up the one on Bastchan's entrance, aka Vani. We will be doing exactly that. We'll be going on dates with K-pop idols on character AI. It's gonna be very fun. Okay. So that was one idea. So that's an upcoming live stream. I've never used like an AI website or really dabbled into it. So we'll kind of just be learning as we go, but I tested out a little bit and it seems pretty easy to use. So the other live stream idea I had is K-pop boyfriend ASMR. I watched a crazy one today where it was, let me find it. Whew, it was so funny. Like I watched a YouTube video and someone was like just going through like K-pop AI and one of the titles of the ASMR is boyfriend farts on you and then gastrically implodes. And I was laughing so hard. So we can do stuff like that where it's like I don't know, just like weird noises, like ASMR noises. I don't know. I think it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. When I say ASMR, it's not just like noises. It's just, I mean like they're talking. It's kind of hard to explain. But I gotta look into the K-pop boyfriend ASMR and kind of see exactly more what that exactly is. But yeah, that's like my idea. So I think that'll be fun. It's just gonna be like random ASMR videos, to be honest. What is this live stream about? Someone explain to Prince Kai what this live stream is about. Okay, so that's the idea. And then the final thing I'm gonna talk about before I grab my ice cream and before we start Impact Finale Part 5. What are you trying to say? One time I saw a boyfriend ASMR called "Your Boyfriend Insults Your Cooking, So You Hollow Purple Him." I don't know what that means. Am I supposed to know what that means? VHS, what's your idea? I'm always down for, if you guys have ideas for live streams or just YouTube shorts or anything in general, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see from me. My Delulu self has the character AI tab on standby right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I saw a boyfriend ASMR video and the title was Hot ASMR Boyfriend Throws Table at You and Licks Your Toes, but it got taken down. Yes, Polar Express coming through Choo Choo. That is exactly the type of weird shit that I want to watch with you guys. So. Oh no, Sophia's gotta miss the live. I'm sick and tired. That's okay, you can watch it later. Okay, Subspace. Subspace. I think I also saw that one when I was looking today. Yeah, VHS. I'm trying to kind of keep it simple and not really have to use OBS, at least not yet. I'm kind of want to just do the vertical lives like as simple as possible, and then maybe if I keep doing streaming, I'll figure out how to do OBS and stuff like that. You guys have all seen the ASMR with the car crash. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, guys, you're telling me to look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now. K-pop, wait, I just saw boyfriend gets into a car crash, gets hit by a car ASMR. Let's see if it's that one. Oh, yeah, this one with 2.4 million views. I don't think this one has a song, so I can probably keep the audio on. I think the car crash ASMR is coming. I guess because the other way you can have people participate and just blow up the chat. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I clicked this one, but like I didn't really watch it fully, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna turn up the volume so you guys, well actually I can show the screen. Hopefully there's no music in this. I don't think there is.
That was a really nice dinner we had. I love spending time with you. You're the only one for me, and I hope you stay with me forever. I love you, and I hope nothing bad ever happens to me or you. We're gonna get married. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, thank God it's over. If there was just one more car, I would have died.
Oh my god, wait, I never saw that one. That was good. You guys, that was so funny. Oh my god. Y'all. The boyfriend calls to say he loves you and dies by meteor. Okay. We're done with that. I might have to change my sweater because it's getting hot. I might have to put on like a tank top or something. Okay, that was crazy. So, last final thing. Before we get into Impact Lee FELIX fanfiction. So, I don't know if you read the title of this live stream, but this live stream is called Reading FELIX Stray Kids WATTPAD Fanfiction Part 5 plus special bonus. So, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what's the special bonus, right? Ow. If you watched the Perming My Eyelashes live stream earlier, you know what the special bonus is. But I'm gonna tell you guys now. I'll just say it ahead of time. Should I eat a popsicle while we read the spice? Paulina turned up the wand on Bath-chan's entrance. No, hold off on eating the popsicle, but I won't tell you why until later. You'll understand exactly why I told you to hold off on eating the popsicle, and you'll understand. Don't eat the popsicle yet, guys. If you're gonna eat a popsicle, you have to wait. Can I recommend a live idea? Yes, guys, if you have any live stream ideas, please let me know. Okay, so the special bonus that we're gonna do today, because I read you guys an extra chapter yesterday, we now only have 4 chapters left of Impact, Lee FELIX fanfiction. So, a lot of you guys asked me to do HYUNLIX fanfiction, and I said no, because I don't want to do Stray Kids again. But then I thought about it, and I was really like, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a little extra something special. So, when we're done reading Impact, we have 4 chapters left. I found an absolutely insane HYUNLIX one-shot. So, we're gonna read that right after Impact as a special bonus to you. I don't know if you guys are gonna think it's a special bonus or something terrifying, but let's just say strap in, because I just briefly glanced over it to see if it was gonna be a good one to read. And I was scared. I was traumatized. I think it might be worse than the Minsung one's chapters that we read yesterday. So just get ready for that. Get ready for that. How do you see the chat? Amber, it should just come up. I'm so happy right now. I found a K-pop live. Let's go, chocolate. Let's go. Okay. Wait, I'm scrolling up to see if anyone recommended some lives because someone said they were going to. Okay, I don't think anyone did that yet. Strap in or on? Kind of both. If anyone changes their username to something funny, let me know. Can we turn the comments into a elementary fight for a live, then you read it on one of the lives? What does that even mean? Elementary fight? I don't know. Have you read the one shot or are you going in blind? Subspace is asking. I did not read it, but I just quickly glanced over it and just like quickly glanced, just see if I can find some keywords. I think you guys know what keywords I'm talking about. Just to see if it was gonna be a spicy one. And it is. It took me 0 effort to find this one because I went on Google and I typed HYUNLIX WATTPAD one-shot or something like that. And this was the first one that came up. Please do not, I'm not gonna tell you guys the title. Do not say any title ideas if you might know which one I'm talking about. Please do not spoil the title. I will tell you guys the title once we finish Impact. And as soon as I saw the title of this one, I knew it was gonna be good, and I was right. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, wait, bye, honey. I'm excited to broadcast to discuss my issues. Wait, what? Have you read the one? No, I have not read the one shot. Hello, Sean. Haven't seen you in a while. Would you be willing to cosplay and act out a scene from a manga or movie? Oh, that's a good idea. I'm writing that down. Because I've already cosplayed as Hatsune Miku. So maybe that might be a good idea. Maybe you guys can kind of vote and decide who you want to see me cosplay as. Or I can do Hatsune Miku again. I don't know. We'll see. That's a good idea. Have you checked AO3 for any fix? No, I'm such like a WATTPAD user, so I just kind of do WATTPAD, but I know that they're crazy on there. Quick question. Are you accepting more mods? I would be down if you need more. Sorry to bother. Yeah, definitely apply. And by apply, I mean just comment on any of my YouTube videos and just be like, hey, I'm interested in being a mod, because I might be taking a few more. I'm pretty good right now, I will say, but we'll kind of see how it goes. There's a lot of new mods, so I'm still kind of testing everyone out. So everyone's still like kind of in a trial period, but I'm still taking applications. So Danielle, yes, you can definitely reply. I would love for you to pronounce my name. It's Sheila. Hello, Sheila. Stream idea. Say the worst thing that ever happened to you or someone. I don't even know. I feel like nothing. I don't really have an answer. What? Oh yeah, my cousin says the worst thing that ever happened to me was when my crush didn't message me back on Hinge. That's like the worst of my problems.
That's a pretty bad one.
It's kind of bad, but he might have thought I matched with him as a joke, so I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I like the cosplay idea, but I kind of want to cosplay as characters that have blue hair, like Hatsune Miku, the girl from One Piece. She's like a pirate or something. We look kind of alike, so. Sophia, if you have any advice, I'm not answering advice in this live stream. I'm going to answer advice tomorrow. So if you have advice, questions that you want me to answer tomorrow, either bring your questions to the live stream and chat them up, comment them there, or comment on my latest YouTube community post and put your question in there. If I like your question, maybe I'll answer it tomorrow. Okay. My mom found my AO3 account when I was 12 and grounded me for 5 months. Whoa. Any specific video I should comment to apply on? No, Danielle, literally any video, because I pretty much see all the comments, so. Someone said something I don't understand. Okay. Do a flip. I can't do a flip unless I have a trampoline. And I don't have a trampoline here. Okay, guys. That's it. I've caught you up on everything I wanted to tell you. So we did our little chat. Please stay for secret bonus chapter. I'm scared. So, is your cousin the one you saved the circle pretzel for? Yes. The little knots. Those are yours. Someone asked that. Yes, I saved her the little knots, the little circular pretzel.
I'm eating one now.
She's eating one right now. Sailor Mercury. I think that's the girl from One Piece that I look like. Your eyes are different colors, which is kind of weird. Because one is just lighter. I don't know what to tell you there. Can you say hi, Amy? Say my name. I already said it. Gani? Johnny with a G? Fanfic time. Reminder to drink water. I've got the water. Honestly, it's almost empty, so I'll have to refill it soon. Okay, guys. Do I have a poll? Let me end the poll, just so it's not too distracting. Okay, poll has ended. Some of you guys changed your username, so thank you for that. I'm gonna grab the other half of my ice cream from Trader Joe's. In the meantime, please double tap to like this video. Let's try to get to like 50 likes soon-ish. That would be great. And then let's get straight to Impact. Oh, I forgot to put on my copyright-free music. Let's see what we're gonna listen to today. I'm not gonna listen to that channel I listened to earlier because those people copyright claimed me even though it was not their song, so that was not cool. I kind of want to do like the Magic Mushroom Forest copyright-free music again or something like that. Let's see what pops up. I usually just do what... Ooh! Oh, I don't know if this one's copyright-free. I'm not doing another lo-fi beats because that one is always like questionable. Oh, I would love to listen to Studio Ghibli music. Come on, where is the copyright-free? Let me type... Let me see. Healing Forest, no. Where's the jellyfish? I'm not seeing any copyright-free music. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to type it in to the search because it doesn't seem to... Here we go. Copyright-free music. Let's see what pops up. Not listening to Lo-Fi Cafe because that's what I listened to earlier and they scammed me. Oh, let's put on my blue-haired girl again. Because that's always fine. I think this one's copyright free. No copyright. Let's see. Is there anything better, though? Honestly, I kind of want something fun. Okay, we're just going to leave it because I don't want to spend time on this. And I like the girl with the blue hair. Okay. So. Okay. Let me grab my ice cream. Oh, we're almost at 50 likes. One more, and then I'm ready to start. Actually, let me use the bathroom. And then I'll grab my ice cream. So, let me see. Y'all can just look at... What?
How many people you got in there?
Hold on. Okay. BRB, get ready for jump scare. It'll be me with ice cream. BRB. Jump scare. Okay. This ice cream is good. It tastes like a deconstructed cake. Okay. Spam. I was gonna tell you guys to spam a certain emoji, but I forgot which one it was. If you're excited about FELIX Impact fanfiction. So if you're excited, maybe we'll spam ice cream emoji and we'll get started. I want ice cream. How long has it been going? Night Owl, I haven't started yet. I'm about to start right now. I just had ice cream. Okay. Subspaces, I went to get water and I stubbed my toe so hard I think I broke it. I'm gonna go to the doctor after the stream. Guys, be careful out there. Be careful. Okay. Here we go. This is so good with the sprinkles. Okay. So. Oh, before I start, someone read ahead. I think it was you, photographer, and said, get ready for chapter 32 because chapter 32 is crazy. We're reading chapter 31. So, I'm assuming something good is gonna happen next chapter, so make sure you stick around for that. Get your fingers ready for typing, because I'm sure some good hashtags are about to come soon. Here we go. Chapter 31. The day before their performance, FELIX was a mess. Wait, I forgot my plushie. I'm scared. I feel like I need 2 plushies today. I've been ignoring Carmelita, so we'll do Carmelita and whoever this is. Okay. Okay. No spoilers, y'all. No fanfiction spoilers. Okay. The day before the performance, FELIX was a mess. Issa hadn't given him the option of whether or not she was staying. She was genuinely worried he wouldn't sleep for the 2nd night in a row. If she didn't, she went to the final practice with the guys and really watched them. Ordinarily, she worked or read or chatted with Jisung, but tonight, the guys needed critical eyes, and she and Jisung were the appointed critics. The performance was flawless, all 4 times. Jisung finally told Minho that he couldn't get any better, and of course, Minho mumbled that he just wanted to work a little longer. Jisung had smiled, kissed his boyfriend sweetly, and nodded, then went home to make some dinner for when they finished up. Issa watched the guys, noticing that FELIX was starting to wince with certain steps. Oh, don't forget, FELIX has like a knee injury. She let them finish the section they were working on, and then she interrupted them. As soon as his eyes met hers, he knew he was in trouble. You guys are going to be amazing tomorrow, she told them all, then focused her attention on FELIX and added, unless you blow up your knee and can't perform. She cupped his cheeks and asked him, can we call it a night? You need to rest your knee, baby. Guys, hashtag rest your knee, baby. Hashtag rest your knee, baby. We got the first hashtag in the first paragraph. I'm so excited. Whoever gets the hashtag first, moving forward, gets to be the new pin. Okay? Izzy's right. Go home, get some sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning for setup, okay? Minho agreed. Hyunjin and FELIX both reluctantly agreed to head out. FELIX wrapped his arm around Issa, and they started the short walk to his apartment. She cringed as she felt his limp with each step. They got in the door, and he dropped his dance bag and flopped over on the couch. She leaned over the back of the couch and kissed his salty forehead. Guys, new hashtag already. Hashtag salty forehead. Kissed his salty forehead before she went to the freezer and grabbed his wrap around ice pack and a hand towel. Subspace was first for salty forehead. Okay. She raised the leg of his loose-fitting pants and draped the towel over his swollen knee. She wrapped the ice pack around it and gave him her best mom look. He had winced again as she tended to his knee. But since she'd gotten pretty good at that look, he knew better than to argue about it or try to fight her need to take care of him. She went to the bathroom and ran him a hot bath. Oh, guys, he's about to get in the bath, finally. Finally, Stinky Felix is about to get in the bath. She went to the bathroom and ran him a hot bath with some Epsom salts to help relax his body and his mind. Salty forehead. Okay. She knew it would help with the tenderness and the swelling, and it would force him to sleep, whether he liked it or not. If that didn't do it, the massage she had planned would certainly finish the job. Oh, okay. She went back to the living room and found him, headphones on, listening to his tracks again and mentally rehearsing. She knew because he'd close his eyes, but his hands would go through the motions. His feet would move slightly. His passion for dance was incredible and made her love him more. She slipped up behind him, leaning over the back of the couch and kissed his neck. He shivered, but smiled and slipped his headphones off. Come on, baby, she whispered and stood, waiting for him. He removed the ice pack and gave it to her. Issa put it back in the freezer and led him to the bathroom. She had set up a couple of candles and turned on a small light she had gotten for him for nights when he just wanted to wind down. He looked at the steaming tub and smiled, wrapping her up in his arms and simply adoring her. Thank you, Belle, he whispered. She blushed a little under the intensity of his gaze. She hooked her fingers under the edge of his still damp shirt and began to lift it. Okay, he's definitely Stinky Felix, because he's coming from dance practice, so he's been sweating up a storm. Okay. I'm a little scared. Okay. Squilly Wonka, bitch, just jump scared me. Okay. He stiffened a bit and looked at her cautiously. They hadn't been even close to naked in front of each other since that first night, and he was worried it would lead to something she didn't want yet. Not that he would turn her away. He craved her touch like nothing else in the world, but he would wait. He whispered, Issa? She just smiled and shushed him, tapping his hips to let him know she was going to take this shirt off. Felix really had no idea what to expect or what she was thinking. So he swallowed his need and took a deep breath, letting her push his shirt up and bending over a bit so she could get it over his head. Issa stared for a moment, having dreamed about his beautiful body many times since that night. She felt a flush fill her cheeks as she realized she wasn't just staring, but had laid her hand on his chest. She raised her eyes to catch him biting his lip with his eyes closed. Biting his lip with his eyes closed? For what? He opened them, revealing the deep caramel brown she got lost in so often. She felt his heartbeat quicken slightly, and she smiled. What? Yeah. Happy she had such an effect on him. Now, the hard part. She's gotta take his pants off. She stepped behind him, as much for her sanity as his, and started to work his pants down over his hips. This time, he gripped the fabric and shook his head. Issa, he stuttered as he attempted to hide the way he was involuntarily responding to her touch. And we're halfway through the chapter. What's going on? How are you doing that with people around? Because it's my cousin and she doesn't care what I say.
True.
People? You ask as if I'm like in a room with 50 people at a party reading this or something.
I don't count as people, I'm just a cousin.
Yeah, she doesn't count. She's my cousin. She already knows I'm a weird freak.
Yep.
What's the girl's name again? The girl's name is Isa. Hashtag C word. I'd be scared to read it alone. What are you eating? This really good ice cream. Celebration cake gelato. With cake pieces and rainbow sprinkles from Trader Joe's. It says it's gelato, but this is good. Hashtag weird freak. I love Polar Express coming through. Choo choo. Has the best emojis. Can I have some, please? Here you go. Looks good. Jake is back. Y'all are so funny. Okay, we had we had 2 hashtags so far. Salty forehead, and I don't even remember the other one, but it was something with baby. Someone said my name? C word. What will happen if Stray Kids finds this? I love sprinkles. I used to eat them out of the container. I think all Stray Kids fans need to have a talk. Oh no! DMV, I haven't seen you in a while. I just wanted to say my mom said I can't watch YouTube anymore because I need to get better grades. But I have all A's, but in math, it's a B. DMV, you better get those grades up. We'll miss you. Chan is always watching. Hashtag come on, baby. Oh, was that the hashtag from earlier today? Subspace, how did you get a sprinkle stuck under your eyelid? That's something that would happen to me, honestly. You're such a good YouTuber. Thank you, Jordan. Wow. I'm almost done with the ice cream. Okay. Kind of caught up on comments. So, Stinky Felix is about to get in the bath. Finally. After many days, he's finally gonna bathe. Here we go. She was a big girl and had expected some stirring, but when she peeked, she was surprised at just how much she had turned him on with the slight contact. She took a deep breath and slid her arms around his bare torso, splaying her fingers over his abs. She felt the shudder as he responded to her, and he let go of the fabric. I'm scared. She slid her hands down his hips and took his pants and boxers together to the floor. Guys, why can't they undress themselves? She refused to look up, or she knew she'd lose any willpower she was somehow maintaining. She stood behind him and wrapped her arms around him again, kissing his shoulder blade and mumbling against his skin. Get in, Lixie. New hashtag, get in, Lixie. But you guys have to spell it right. I'm waiting. Who's gonna be first? Get in, Lixie. Oh, nope, you spelled it wrong. Nope, you also spelled it wrong. No, you guys are spelling it wrong. Oh, yep. He got it. Jake got it. Get it, Lixie. He didn't want to move. Strike that. He really wanted to move, but not the way she was asking him to. He wanted to scoop her up and take her straight to bed. He swallowed thickly, his throat dry from breathing through his mouth for the last few minutes, trying to calm himself. Speaking of breathing, let me make sure I'm drinking my water. He began to wonder if she realized just how much she was getting to him. But as his now Guys, get ready for the new hashtag. But as his now unmistakably hard C-word pulsed, he knew she did. Okay, hashtag unmistakably hard C-word Please. Unmistakably hard C word. Bonnie is on it. I did not think anything was going to happen in this chapter, but he forced his legs to step away and turn toward her, knowing there was going to be contact and unable to do a damn thing about it. Her breath caught in her throat as he turned, and she desperately tried to keep her eyes up. She stepped aside so he could get in the tub and took a minute to settle her own breathing as she heard him slip into the water. The groan that escaped his lips from the stimulation and the relief all at once nearly broke her. She sighed, letting the shiver roll through her body before she settled down beside him on the floor and took a cloth from the basket next to the tub. She's gonna wipe him down just like he wiped her down. She dipped the cloth into the hot water, poured a bit of his body wash on it, and began to wash over his shoulders and chest. Why did the author make the same exact scene but reverse? I'm like, make a new scene, you know? He closed his eyes and tried to just settle back and enjoy the sensation of being cared for. She worked down his arms and hands. Then laying the cloth aside, she first took one, then the other in her own hands. She poured a dab of soap in her palm and just moved her fingers over his hand, slipping them between his and massaging them as well as the rest of his hand. He picked up the cloth and she picked up the cloth and asked him to lean up so she could wash his back. It's like he's a baby in the bathtub. He was definitely not used to this type of treatment, and he was slowly melting under her attention. He moaned softly and sighed as she washed his back and neck. She had snagged a cup from the kitchen, and now you guys reacting. You guys are nonstop reacting. She snagged a cup from the kitchen and filled it with the warm bathwater, rinsing him off. She filled it again and whispered, "Head back, please." Hashtag head back, please. Come on, guys. Who's gonna be first? Also, let's see if we can get to 100 likes on this video before I finish the chapter. All you have to do is double tap the screen, y'all. Okay, head back, please. Who's first? You gotta get the hashtag right. Nope, subspace. Oh, Jisung's entrance. You got it. How does someone sit down and write this? Okay. Head back, please. He happily complied and allowed her to wash his hair. She ran her fingers through his hair, massaging his scalp and pressing her thumbs into the base of his skull, then drawing her hands down the length of his neck with deep pressure. He groaned as her hands hit points in his muscles that he hadn't even realized were so tight. "Is it okay?" she asked, worried that he was too sensitive in his current anxious state. "Yes, it's so good. I just didn't realize it was so bad." He mumbled. She could hear the sleepiness in his voice and smiled. She finished up with his hair, rinsing out the shampoo and working some conditioner through it. She let the conditioner sit for a while so she could finish washing him. She began at his feet, carefully washing each one and moving up his legs. Okay, guys, I'm getting a little freaked out. There is no need for this scene to be that long. I don't want to know how you're washing every inch of him. Yeah, washing his feet. She spent a few extra moments simply working around the back of his knee and around the outside of the joint to help relax the inflamed muscles. He winced just a bit and she froze, but he whispered, "It's okay. It feels good, just tender," encouraging her to continue. As her hands moved up his thighs, she realized just how comfortable they were with each other's touch. She paused and asked if he wanted to wash his more intimate areas. He grinned, his ears going a little red as he took the cloth and cleaned himself up. I finished my ice cream. He grinned, his ears going a little red, as he took the cloth and cleaned himself up, realizing that even though her hands had quite literally been all over him, his E-word had dissipated. Guys, try and figure out for yourself what E-word means. I'm not gonna say it. He hadn't even... Hashtag intimate areas. Hashtag just tenders. Can I get a oh yeah? Hashtag E-word. He hadn't even given a thought to anything sexual once she started washing his body. She had made certain that he had stayed in the water for a quarter of an hour to give the Epsom salts time to work on his muscles before finally rinsing out his hair and asking if he was ready. He nodded, his eyes sleepy and his smile so soft. She grabbed a towel she had placed on the heater for him and held it out, toweling him off and finally wrapping it around his waist. The intimacy between them was pure and filled with love as she used another towel to dry his hair. The author literally copied and pasted the original scene and just made this scene. It's the exact same. She grabbed another towel to dry his hair, giggling as a bit of pink hair stuck to the towel. He heard the giggle, hee, and raised his eyebrow before spotting his once white towel. Oh, yeah, that happens. I'm going to have rainbow-colored towels at some point, he chuckled. She laughed and asked, what color is your hair, like, naturally? Vani's right, y'all. Paulina turned up the wand on Bath-chan's entrance is right. What color is your hair, naturally? He laughed out loud at the perplexed look on her face. It's brown. Just ... brown. He responded as though it was going to be a disappointment. To his surprise, she smiled. One of these days, you're going to have to show me what that looks like. Then I could see you in all your natural glory. She snickered, knowing she probably didn't have a prayer as she noticed that the towel around his waist had just a hint of red and was that black, silver maybe? How many colors has your hair been? She laughed as she realized all these slight streaks were former colors. I don't even know, he laughed. He quickly wrapped his arms around her and pulled her close, looked into her eyes, then kissed her gently. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. He stuttered as he finally broke away. And just like that, he destroyed her resolve. And that's the end of chapter 31. Oh no, stuff is gonna happen in chapter 32, y'all. When it's one long paragraph, I know that some stuff is about to go down. Ah! I just saw C-word. Hashtag, he destroyed her resolve. Guys, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready, you guys. Hashtag, I'm scared. Hashtag, the C word is back. Hashtag, he destroyed her resolve. If you're just joining, I am reading Impact, Lee Felix fanfiction, chapter 32. I'm about to start. Hashtag C word. Yep. C word. Hashtag C word. Let me go get some more water. and then we will begin. Okay, I'll take you guys with me to get some water because I need it. I need it for what's about to happen with C-word. Whew. Okay. Need to fill her up. C-word is back. Make sure there's no spiders in the water. How would there be spiders in the water? Sofa Bob says, I'm so glad I found this channel. The vibes are immaculate. Okay. Here we go. No more time wasting. Everyone, I started reading it. I regret. My life choice is Bangchan's finger. You can't be reading ahead. That's no fun. Okay, I hope everyone got their water. Let's see. Okay. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm trying to mentally prepare. Okay, here we go. Is everyone ready? This is something I would do with my bestie at a sleepover. Chapter 32. Issa drove her hand. Oh, I need the plushies again. I can't do this without them. Whew. Okay. Issa drove her hands into his hair and pulled him back to her, kissing him aggressively. He reacted instantly, pulling her with him back into the bedroom. They met the wall before they made the door. What does that mean? They met the wall before they made the door? I think they met before they entered the door? I don't know. He spun, pressing her back against the wall. He quickly peeled the sweater she wore up over her head and tossed it to the side, then gripped her thighs and picked her up, losing his towel in the process. Without a second of hesitation, he attacked her throat and neck with deep sucking kisses, finding the sweet spot behind her collarbone. He grazed his teeth over the flesh and pressed his lips against it tightly, sucking hard to be sure he left a mark. She groaned with the pressure, nearing pain. Her body was hot, the knot in her stomach already building with his hungry kisses and animalistic need. Capturing her mouth once again, Felix kissed her savagely, driving his tongue into her mouth and moaning against her flesh as his hand finally found the doorway. They reached the bed and he broke their kiss, flopping her back onto the mattress. Y'all going ham on the comments. He quickly worked the button on her jeans and wiggled them over her hips, then peeled them down her legs. It pained him to kneel, but he wasn't giving this up. He pressed her thighs apart and laid his lips to the porcelain flesh of her inner thigh. Hashtag porcelain flesh, y'all. Biting and kissing up toward her heat. I'm waiting. Oh, here we go. You spelled porcelain wrong, but I'll still give it to you. Okay. Guys! Reaching her entrance. Guys, entrance is back. Reaching her entrance. He grazed his teeth over her through the fabric of her panties. Issa jumped and moaned loudly, driving him crazy. He hooked his fingers in the black satin and slid them down her thighs and finally off of her feet. He returned to her thighs, this time focusing on the opposite thigh. Who wrote this? The flesh was still unmarked, And he wasn't having it. No, no, no. He bit her gently, wanting her to feel the pressure, but not pain. Then, sucking at her skin, he left his marks along her thigh. Her body writhed as he tormented her. He could smell her arousal, and it made his mouth water. No, no. He quickly darted up to draw his tongue up the length of her, I don't know if I want to say that word, S word, sucking on her, length of her S word, sucking on her C word when he reached it.
Crazy.
My cousin said this is crazy. She's eating her pasta and listening to me. He slipped first, one finger, then another into her core, feeling her walls. Feeling her walls pulsing already.
Good install. Good install.
My cousin said this is good inspiration. Hashtag feeling her walls. I'm gonna do a new pin this time. For monkey. Guys. Ew, ew. Okay. He flicked his tongue over the sensitive little nub. Hashtag sensitive little nub. Causing her to release a series of high-pitched moans. Guys, what is this writing? What? This one might be crazier than yesterday, I don't know. He pressed into her with his fingers, enjoying the sloppy sound of her wetness.
Nope.
He withdrew his hand and moved up her body, sucking her flavor from his digits as he met her eyes. Her breathing was uncontrolled. Her eyes were dilated. And her heart was pounding. He slipped up to her and took her mouth again, not even thinking about what he had just done. Sucking her from... This is very difficult. She tasted herself on his tongue and gripped his hair again, forcing a moan from his throat. He reached... Guys, I'm pretty sure this is just a copy and paste from last night's scene with Mean Song. He reached over to the nightstand and fumbled around in the drawer until he found what he was looking for. She heard the fumbling and looked over. She took it from him and put her hands on his chest. She pushed him back, taking him by surprise. He let her have her way and laid back as she crawled over him. Issa crept down his body with lips, teeth, and tongue, exploring his chest and defined abs. She drew her tongue down the center of his chiseled stomach and then along the right side of his V-line, pressing her lips to the flesh and making her own mark. He was hard and already leaking pre-C. She looked up and met his eyes as she scooped his... She looked up and met his eyes as she scooped his tip into her mouth without the aid of her hands. No, not pre-seed, pre-C word. Vonnie is on it with the hashtags. Oh my god. He flopped his head back on the pillow, moaning loudly. Holy F, that feels good, he stammered. Not fully forming a sentence. She smirked around him, humming while she held him tight in her mouth. The next sentence, you guys. I'm halfway through. This is difficult. Okay. She pressed her tongue up along the ridge of his C word. The ridge of his C word. Raising to the tip and sucking until she finally released him with a pop. Hashtag released him with a pop. I hate that the chat is like 10 seconds behind. Hashtag released him with a pop. He groaned at the loss of her wet mouth, but quickly understood why. As she rolled the C word down his length and crawled back up his body. She hovered over him, meeting his eyes as she tilted her hips and caught him up, fitting his tip against her entrance. Something about the... What? She leaned forward, flipping her tongue along the edge of his lip, teasing him just enough to get the moan she was working for as he tried to move his hips up to meet hers. She was just high enough above him that he couldn't gain entrance. He finally moaned in frustration, and she slid her tongue between his lips, luring his tongue back into her mouth. She sucked at the flesh of his tongue as she sank onto his swollen S word. I won't say that word. He arched upward and bucked into her hand. They found their rhythm quickly, and it took him about 2 minutes before he flipped her back over, hooking one of her knees over his shoulder so he could move that much deeper into her. She moaned repeatedly, her voice getting higher and higher, until she was finally screaming with each thrust of his hips. The heat, hunger, and deprivation they had felt for weeks were enough to do them both in. Her screams pushed him right over, and he drove deep into her as his O word hit him like a truck. Hashtag O word hit him like a truck, taking his breath and causing him to see stars. I'm waiting for the hashtag. Felix is a fencer now. She screamed again, arching up into him as she rode out her high, her pulsing and swollen walls. Her pulsing and swollen walls were delicious torture against his oversensitive member. And she giggled as he twitched every time she did. This is almost over. It's almost over. She finally relaxed enough that he was able to slip from her and collapse on top of her. He tried to speak between panting breaths. Damn, he finally managed. She giggled, her own breathing still ragged. Hang on, baby, he whispered hoarsely. Hashtag hang on, baby. She slipped off the bed and went to the bathroom to clean up quickly. And somebody wrote 32 chapters of this? No monkey. They wrote 34 chapters of this. Okay, the gremlin in your walls. Hang on, baby. He was back in no time and crawled right back to his previous position. Oh, wait. My lo-fi music stopped. I need to put it back on. They weren't even sort of straight on the bed, so they rearranged themselves and slipped under his blankets. He was clinging to her like she was about to disappear, but she was perfectly all right with it. She felt his heartbeat slowing and his breathing becoming more regular. She was coming down as well and drew her hand upward along his back to his hair. She began to softly stroke and brush his hair back. She giggled and whispered, I was going to give you a massage, but you wrecked it. You started it, he mumbled against her chest. She could feel his smile and it warmed her. He raised up to look at her and whispered, I love you, baby. Then rolled onto his back and pulled her over and onto him. She kissed his chest as she snuggled against him and whispered back, I love you too, Lixie. She took in his scent and fell into the deepest sleep she had had in weeks. And that's the end, thankfully, of chapter 32, guys. What does everyone think of chapter 32? I have a feeling that's going to be the last of the crazy ones. What's so funny? Oh, I can't even begin to explain. I'm traumatized. Not my family list. Cassidy! Cassidy's watching. Cass, why is your family listening to this? I know they probably won't care, but I think her swollen wall, hashtag her swollen walls were delicious. Oh my God. Okay. It's horrible. I'm gonna die. Okay, everyone seems to be traumatized. Everyone is about to call their therapist. Everyone's flabbergasted. Subspace is pregnant. Bangchan's gonna jump out the window. Yes, everyone needs more water. Everyone go get more water. Okay, y'all. Let's just get right into it. I just want to finish this one because I just want to read the one shot. Okay. Chapter 33. Lixie's brownies. I need a cigarette. Chapter 33. Minho was pacing. Jisung launched a pillow at him and told him to come back to bed. Minho startled when he saw the pillow fly, but he relented and flopped on the bed, bouncing Jisung around enough to make him whine. Stop! Jisung flipped over toward him and wrapped his arm over Minho's chest. Have you slept at all? Jisung asked softly, glancing at the clock to see it was nearly 3 in the morning. Minho just shook his head. Jisung sighed. Minho, baby, I know this is important, but you've got to get at least a little rest or you'll be wrecked at the show. Hyunjin said, if we don't get enough funding from new sponsors, they're going to have to close the studio. Oh no! Minho said, his voice deadpan as he stared at the ceiling. Jisung lifted up on his elbow, now completely awake and understanding the incredible stress. Min, if that happens, we'll find another place, he whispered as he stroked Minho's hair along the edge of his ear. Yeah, hashtag stop. I can't lose this, Sungi. I need this almost as much as I need you, Minho whispered, being uncharacteristically emotional. Jisung leaned over to kiss his lips gently. Come here, baby. Come Here Baby is back. Let's blow it up in the chat. Hashtag Come Here Baby. Jisung whispered, pulling Minho into his arms. He felt the hot tears hit his skin and couldn't help but hurt for his boyfriend. I'm trying to pin some new people. Why didn't you tell me you were so worried? He whispered against Minho's hair in between kisses. I didn't want you to worry. FELIX doesn't even know. Minho sighed, then explained. With everything happening with Izzy, I honestly didn't know if he could handle the stress. I asked Hyunjin not to tell him. Jisung understood why, but he felt it was a bad idea. If it did go badly, FELIX would be devastated. Dance kept him and Minho sane. It's how Min battles depression, and it's like air to FELIX. Without it, they'd both be lost. And now, Jisung was worried too. He continued to slip his fingers through Minho's hair, his other hand gently rubbing his back. He felt Minho start to relax and his body grew heavier. Jisung listened to the soft sound of Minho breathing deeply, exhausted from his worry and preparation. He smiled to himself and pressed one more kiss to the top of Minho's head before closing his own eyes and pretending to sleep. Now we're switching over to other characters. Hyunjin woke with a start. He had clawed his way out of a really bad dream where he was surrounded by people mocking him. He had been in the studio and suddenly, he wasn't. There was a storm outside that didn't make sense. He saw lightning and heard thunder, but the sky wasn't clouded over. Then, all at once, a tornado dropped from the sky and destroyed the dance studio. He woke just as he saw the swirling vortex swallow up his friends and carry them away. He laid in his bed, panting and panicked. His head was spinning and he couldn't breathe. He went from thinking of the dream to thinking about the reality of the studio and losing his job. He sat up on the edge of the bed and tried to gain control. He finally slipped off the side of the bed, onto the floor, and sunk into the attack. He scrambled to find his phone on the nightstand. He called the first person he thought of. Jinny? Sungmin answered gruffly, his voice thick with sleep. Minnie can't breathe, Hyunjin panted between sobs when he heard Sungmin's voice. Sungmin immediately shifted gears. Hyunjin, he asked, feeling his own panic at the distraught voice on the other end. Slow down. Are you sitting down? He asked gently. I'm scared. Hyunjin wept, his breathing quickly heading toward hyperventilation. Sungmin nearly fell out of his bed, trying to get to his feet. He grabbed his keys, slipped on his sneakers, and ran down the hall to the elevator. He was still talking, trying to keep Hyunjin calm, but the boy was so worked up that Sungmin knew that Hyunjin would end up sick. He bounced on his toes as he impatiently waited for the elevator to reach Hyunjin's floor. Oh, they're on the same building? Before the door could open fully, Sungmin darted out of the elevator and broke into a dead run to Hyunjin's door. He used the key Hyunjin had given him to help with Kami when Hyunjin was at work. Kami? K-K-A-M-I? I don't know if that's a name or something. He slid onto the floor beside Hyunjin with the small trash can from the entry in his hand, just in time to catch Hyunjin's dinner. Oh, he just had to throw up? Sungmin watched helplessly as Hyunjin was violently sick. Sungmin slipped away to run to the bathroom and grab a damp cloth. He swept the cloth across the back of Hyunjin's neck and then over his face as his friend began to finally calm down. Sungmin held Hyunjin's hand and talked to him calmly. You okay, Hyunjin? I'm right here, it's okay. He swept the cool cloth over Hyunjin's face as he laid his sweaty head back against the bed and pulled his friend over to him. You scared me to death, Sungmin told him softly, keeping his arms wrapped around Hyunjin to help the older boy calm down. I'm sorry, Hyunjin stuttered, still sniffling and fighting to steady his breathing. And now we're gonna pause because we're halfway through. Laid his sweaty head. When did I even say that? Oh, his sweaty head. When did I say that? I already forgot that I said that. Whew. Okay, guys, what do you think so far? Will you see our chats or no? I will, but I can't be looking at them the whole time. Let's everyone be pregnant. Pounds on his toes. Okay. Y'all are getting pregnant from this scene, I guess. Kami means good in means God in Japanese, I think. I don't think that's what they were trying to say. I don't know, whatever. Torn paper heart, hello. Bangchan's finger loves this chapter so far. Mal is giving it the good, happy emojis, so I think she's enjoying it. Who's paying for all this child support? Ash isn't here, says I subscribe. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, guys. Okay. Monkey is shocked. So am I, Monkey. Hira, what even is that emoji? Is that like, I don't even know. Oh, Kami or Kami is Hyunjin's dog in real life. Okay, thank you guys for telling me. Because I was so confused. Okay, I think we'll continue. Artie is very uncomfortable. Sungmin brushed his hair back and shushed him. Shh, don't apologize. I'm glad you called me, Sungmin softly said. Watching him take rapid, gasping breaths, Sungmin told him, slow down. You know how this works. Slow, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. That's good. Sungmin observed Hyunjin's breathing, finally beginning to even out, and he could feel the older's heartbeat slowing. Sungmin continued to stroke Hyunjin's hair as he asked, Hyunjin, what happened? Hyunjin was following Sungmin's instructions, focusing on his breathing. He took a deep, shuddering breath as he tried to answer the question. I had a nightmare and woke up so scared. Then I started thinking about my job and shh. Sungmin hushed him, squeezing him tighter. Hyunjin had started to suck air again and was ramping up. Sungmin whispered, come on, babe, slow down. New hashtag, come on, babe, slow down. He realized what he said, but knew Hyunjin was too upset to remember. Why was that so funny? Okay. Jisung's entrance got it. He knew that Hyunjin was seriously stressed out over the studio and the possibility of losing his job there as an instructor. His anxiety had been insane the last few weeks. With all the crap with FELIX and Issa and now this, Sungmin just wanted to see his friend calm and happy. Once Hyunjin's breathing calmed again, Sungmin tapped his back gently and said, come on, let's get you off the floor. The two stood and he helped Hyunjin onto the bed. Sungmin ran to clean up the trash can, then came back and climbed in next to Hyunjin, wrapping his friend up again. What time do you have to be up? He asked. Not for a couple of hours, Hyunjin answered softly, grateful for the security of Sungmin's arms and just feeling him close. Sungmin smiled in relief and began to stroke Hyunjin's hair back over the edge of his ear until he heard the soft sound of Hyunjin's deep and steady breathing. Sighing softly, Sungmin took in Hyunjin's scent and fell asleep beside him. Is every dude in this WATTPAD sweaty? I think so. This is so weird. What in the 2014 WATTPAD is this? Hashtag Hyunjin's. Oh my god, okay. This chapter's almost over. The morning sun peeked in through the blinds, falling over Issa's eyes. She opened her eyes and looked up to him, and his tangled morning hair with its halo of sunlight. She smiled and tried to wiggle out of his arms. He whined and pulled her back to him, She giggled, hee hee hee, and whispered, I was going to make you pancakes, but I mean, I can stay here. Felix opened his arms and began to push her out of the bed. She laughed and let him, slipping on one of his t-shirts, then heading out to the kitchen. Surprisingly, he actually had a pretty well-stocked kitchen for a bachelor. She whipped up a batch of pancakes and set up his plate. He shuffled out of the bedroom, looking like a giant toddler with his messy hair and baggy sweats. She wanted to coo, but also kind of wanted to attack him at the same time. She decided to feed him instead. She set him up on the bar in his kitchen and watched his eyes light up as he dug into the pancakes. Felix ate so quickly that she started to wonder if he'd been skipping meals out of nerves. They ate in semi-silence as he wolfed down a stack of hotcakes. She giggled as he slowed down. Lixie, when was the last time you ate? She asked, genuinely curious. Yesterday, I swear, but I love pancakes. I just hate making them. He shrugged. I don't mind cooking, but I'm really, really messy when I do. And pancakes are just messy anyway, and she put her finger over his lips and snickered. Hoo. Okay. Just don't make yourself sick, please. I'll make you pancakes every weekend if you want me to, Issa offered with a smile. Careful. I might take you up on that offer, he answered. She grinned and nodded, then pushed him back toward the bathroom. Go shower up and get ready. I'll clean this up. He took one last bite, then slipped off the stool and wrapped his arms around her, kissing her sweetly on the cheek, leaving a sticky, syrupy lip print on her cheek and taking off for the bathroom. Yuck, she exclaimed as she tried to wipe off the sticky mess. She could hear him laugh behind the door, and it warmed her heart. And that's the end of chapter 33, guys. We have only one chapter left. Go shower, stinky beings. I can't do this, fam. I cannot believe we have made it this far. We have one chapter left. Yuck, as she tried to wipe the sticky mess. Okay, y'all. I'm close. Let's try and get 22,600 subs. If you're not subscribed, subscribe already before the chapter ends. Because if I don't get there, maybe I won't read the secret bonus. Who knows? Maybe I'll take back my word and I'll just end the stream after chapter 34. Who knows? Beth Rosen, you are so entertaining. Thanks for the reading. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. Secret bonus. Yeah, guys. Secret bonus reading. HYUNLIX one-shot is coming after chapter 34. But only if y'all do what I asked. Only if you do what I asked. If you don't do what I asked, I might not be so friendly. Oh, I gotta charge my computer. Let me get the charger. BRB. Ugh. Is the charger gonna reach? Nope. Hold on. I need to find a new place to put the charger. I think it might work over here. Okay, I got it. Whew. Guys, no pita crackers today. I actually forgot about them until right now. Maybe I will have some. Whew, that couch looks comfy AF. It's so comfortable. People like sleep on it all the time. Okay. Guys, we're very close. 591. We'll see. We'll see if it gets to 600 subs. By the time I'm done with chapter 34, you guys have some time. You also have some time to like the video. It's very easy. Double tap the screen if you're on mobile. Very easy. Takes half a second. And you'll feel good about yourself. I promise. Here we go. The finale. The final chapter. Chapter 34. The performance studio looked much different with the black curtains pulled together over the mirrors and chairs set up. The dancers had set up lights to illuminate the stage, but the rest of the room would be dark after the house lights went down. Red and black ribbons hung from the rafters over the stage, low enough to tease the dancers and add a dramatic effect to every performance. Issa was excited to see how many people were attending and how many more were coming. She had made up her mind that her company would be one of the sponsors of the studio because she wanted to see her 3 favorite dancers happy. That was nice of her. It was nice of her to make up and do this nice gesture so Felix can forget that she cheated on him. She had grown closer to Jisung, and as a result, Minho had become pretty important to her as well. Hyunjin, oh, thank you, soy tea something fan, thank you. What was I saying? Hyunjin was also becoming a regular part of their group, whether they were out dancing or having pizza and playing games at Felix's place. She wanted to see this happen for them. She had reached out to the owner of the studio and found out where they were financially and what they actually needed to happen. She contacted a few of her larger clients and called in some favors to get more eyes on the studio. Hyunjin had filled her in that the studio was in worse shape than they had let on. He really didn't want Felix to know just how bad it was, and neither did Minho. Issa thought that was a good idea. The studio was standing room only, and Felix was a mess of nerves when Issa found him in the dressing room. She kissed him sweetly, tousled his now bright red hair. Okay. He dyed his hair, I guess in the span of a day or something? I don't know. Tousled his now bright red hair a bit more and whispered, "Baby, you're going to be amazing. And God, I love the red. I'm going to wish the other guys good luck, then I'm heading out to meet the group. A couple of my clients are even here." Felix smiled brightly, feeling a little of his stress lift, knowing that all of his friends were there to support him. Oh, wait a second. Okay, never mind. Issa popped up behind Jisung's shoulder, smiling brightly at Minho as he finished up his stage makeup. "Ooh, your man looks like a snack," she teased Jisung. Hashtag, your man looks like a snack. I like that one. Jisung laughed, ha ha ha. And Minho rolled his eyes, but smiled. "Just came to wish you good luck," she smiled. She smiled at the same time in 2 sentences, kissing the top of Minho's head so she didn't mess up his face. "Artie?" "Thanks, Izzy," Minho smiled. She kissed Jisung on the cheek quickly and darted off to find Hyunjin. She found him in the classroom with Sungmin. Hyunjin was sat on the floor with his legs folded and his head down. Sungmin was rubbing his back and speaking softly. Issa looked to Sungmin, her brows knitted in concern. Hyunjin looked up when she walked closer and smiled softly. "Hey, Izzy, I'm a little nervous," he said with a quiet laugh. "Aw, Hyunjin, sweetie, you're going to do great," Issa assured him. She snuck in beside him and hugged him tightly, then kissed his head as she had for Minho. "Take a breath and relax. This is going to be amazing," she finished with a bright smile, which got her one in return. Sungmin smiled up to her and mouthed, "Thank you." Issa smiled and nodded, stole a hug from Sungmin, then headed out to meet Amy and the others. "I've got a seat marked for you, Minnie. See you out there." As Issa made her way to her seat to meet the others, she spotted one of her clients who waved her over. Hey, Isabel. I brought someone I thought you should meet. This is Eric. He's a good friend of mine and also runs a dance studio. He's looking for some interesting opportunities. So I invited him to come see what he thinks. That's great. Thank you for inviting him. And thank you so much for coming today. It's so nice to meet you, Eric. Issa hugged Jay briefly and reached out to shake Eric's hand. Eric took her hand in both of his and smiled. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Jay has told me a lot about you and your work. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope so, Issa smiled. If you'll forgive me, they're going to start shortly and my seat is up front, so I better get going. We'll talk later, Issa. See you. Jay smiled and waved. Issa waved and moved over to find Amy, Chan, and the others. Oh, Amy's there with Chan. As she took her seat, the lights dimmed. There was a buzz of excitement that slowly simmered into silence as the stage lights came up. The first group performed, and Issa was amazed to see how the performances ran together. The guys hadn't told her how it would be staged. She just knew they were performing 2 different songs. All of the dancers wore red, white, or dark charcoal gray. They stood out against the curtain, and the ribbons hanging added something so dramatic. Each song flowed into the next, with performers moving on and off stage with a smoothness that made it difficult to realize where one group stopped and the next began. The guys performed their more upbeat number in between 2 other performances. But the show closed with their interpretation of Black Swan, which had become one of Issa's favorite songs. Okay, I guess they're dancing to the BTS song. Hyunjin wore red, FELIX was in white, and Minho wore the dark gray. Oh, now it makes sense with the colors. They flowed like water over stones, their movements so smooth. These sound like scenarios. These sound like fake scenarios I make up about my crush. Hyunjin, wait, I said that. They flowed like water over stones, their movements so smooth and synchronized that it was surprising when you realized one of them was doing something a little different. She had watched them practice this 24 times, at least, and had no idea how beautiful it would actually be. She sat in awe of the way they moved, as though she had never seen it before. When the performance ended, all of the dancers came back to the stage, and the audience erupted into loud applause and cheers. Issa giggled, tee, as she watched the 3 men smile more brightly than she had seen in several stressful days. She was proud, but also grateful it was over so they could all take a few days and just relax. As she made her way to the dressing room with Jisung and Sungmin, she spotted Jay, waving her over again. Eric was excited and took her hands, explaining, I would love to meet some of the dancers and the owner if there's any way you could arrange that. I have a proposition for him. Issa smiled brightly and answered, Hyunjin, the one in red in the last performance is an instructor here. He can arrange it for us. She led the men back to the dressing room, where all the dancers were buzzing and celebrating how smoothly the performance went. Hey, Hyunjin, is there any way you could introduce my friend Eric to Mr. Lee? Hyunjin agreed, then wrapped Sungmin in a tight hug and kissed his cheek in his excitement, before darting off to find the studio owner. Issa stared at the wide-eyed Sungmin as he blushed a deep scarlet. Did he just kiss you? She whispered to Sungmin. The poor flustered man just nodded and sat down in a nearby chair. Jisung found Minho and tackled him, peppering his face with kisses as he hugged him tightly. Minho feebly tried to fight off the rabid Jisung before just kissing him to stop the assault. Oh wait, I'm way more than halfway through and I forgot to stop. Okay, let us pause a little bit. Not to be rude, but your smile might give me nightmares. You are like so awesome. Thank you, Gemini. Who remembers Malcolm Mushroom Herpes lore? I heard something about the bathtub last night. Ow. Oh, I just realized I pinned the wrong message, but that's okay. What else were you guys talking about? Flowed like water over stones. I like that one. You guys were gassing it up with the hashtags. Your man looks like a snack. Not gonna lie, I'm lost. I'm also a little bit lost. I kind of don't know what's going on. I don't know who's kissing who. I don't know. I don't know who and why. I think I'm addicted to this now. Bangchan, well, unfortunately, this is the last chapter, but we will have secret bonus extra. One shot. So, but I'm still 3 subscribers away from doing that. So if we don't get there, I probably won't read the one shot. I don't know. I feel like Issa has kissed every man. For sure. Felix is lost. Probably needs to go for a walk. Hi, Ian. I'll sub now. Thank you, Gemini. Hashtag I need secret bonus. Yes. We need secret bonus. We need it. Whew. Okay. Oh, we made it. Okay, we made it to 600, over 600 subscribers, 22,600 subscribers, which means secret bonus is coming, y'all. It's coming. But still keep subscribing. Thank you. Okay, let's continue because we're almost done. And I just want to go straight to the one shot. Issa laughed watching them and looked around for Felix. She finally found him just outside the back door of the dressing room, leaning against the wall. She stopped to just watch him for a moment, admiring everything about him. As she approached, she noticed that he seemed tense. He met her eyes and opened his arms for her. She slipped into his embrace and asked him, "Lixie, baby, what's wrong?" Guys, throw it up again with the baby hashtag baby what's wrong. Hi, Polder. I'm listening with the headphones. Hope you have a great week ahead. I do have a great week ahead. I have my YouTube event on Tuesday, y'all. I'm so excited for that because I refuse to go to events. So, like, this is like the only event I've really probably ever been to or I'm going to go to. At least the first of many because I don't go to parties. I don't go to, like, events. I'm scared of that stuff. But this is going to be fun because it's YouTube. Hashtag baby what's wrong. I want to pin someone new. Are you lost, baby girl? Oh, tomorrow's the hot topic raid. Hashtag baby what's wrong. Let's give it to Amazing Mars. Okay. Baby what's wrong? Felix held her tightly and softly stated, "I just heard Mr. Lee tell someone that this could be our last performance because he's thinking of closing the studio." Issa could see the panic in his eyes at the thought of losing something he loved so dearly. "I didn't know it was in that much trouble," he whispered. Issa wrapped her arms around him and whispered back, "It's a big maybe, Lixie. Let's go celebrate this one with your friends. We'll talk about the aftermath later, okay?" He knew she was right, that he should be celebrating. He let her lead him back into the rest of the group, where he was met with cheers from his friends and a suffocating group hug, since he had missed out on the individual ones. Hyunjin came flying through the door, running into the group of them and shouting to Minho and Felix, "It's done! We're good! I can't believe this!" Notification, shut the fuck up now. Minho and Felix looked to each other, then back to Hyunjin. He took a breath and quieted himself down so only his friends would hear. Mr. Nam just made an agreement with Mr. Lee. Mr. Nam is taking over the studio because Mr. Lee is ready to retire. Eric's got a lot of ideas, but he was so impressed with our concepts and performance that he wants us to be under his umbrella company. Hashtag gasp. Eric Nam, question mark? Yeah, maybe. I have a feeling it is. But they never said Eric Nam, did they? Oh yeah, it is Eric Nam. That's so funny. Okay. Mr. Nam just made an agreement with Mr. Lee. Mr. Nam is taking over the studio because Mr. Lee is ready to retire. Oh wait, I already said that. He was really impressed with our group, like really. He was asking if we had contracts, ... Guys, final paragraph. Final paragraph. Let's gas it up in the comments with what emoji? Bathtub emoji. That's what I wanted you guys to do earlier. Let's gas it up with bathtub emoji. I think they have one. It took a moment for the news to actually sink in, but once it did, both men realized that they were now professional dancers for a real dance company. Felix looked at Minho and whispered, "We're going to be professional dancers?" As his eyes filled with tears. Minho gripped him in a tight hug, with Felix throwing his arms around Minho as well. Hyunjin stood to the side, happy, but still feeling a little left out until both men reached out and pulled him into the mix. Issa couldn't stop the happy tears. She had gotten to see the exact moment that her 3 favorite dancers got everything they wanted. Felix broke away from the guys and spun around to pick her up. He attacked her with a burst of short, sweet kisses before finally setting her down and nuzzling into her neck as he hugged her tightly. "Let's go home, baby," he whispered. The end. Hashtag let's go home, baby. Last hashtag. Y'all, I can't believe it's over. I can't believe this has ended. I'm actually attached for some reason, guys. Hundreds, if not thousands of us have gathered over the past 5 days to really connect as a community and listen to me read some juicy fan fiction. Why am I a bit sad? I am a little sad. I am also kind of, I will cry a happy tear mentally, not physically. I'm traumatized and this is the first time I've seen this stream. What about his knee though? Good question, Olive. Okay, we'll chat a little bit more in the comments because I want to see what else you guys have, like final thoughts, concerns. Look at this piece of hair that's like fried off. It's always been like that, but it's okay. You can easily hide it. Is it wrong that I might shed a tear? Let's all collectively gather our energy together and shed one singular happy tear. Wait, who was pregnant? Tibby, nobody was pregnant. Just reminded me of my AI boyfriend. That was scary, yes. We've all press F to pay respect. You're a great storyteller. You get the audience involved. Thank you, Ian. My cheeks hurt from laughing 2 nights. I don't know about you. Oh, mine were in severe pain. Okay. I joined 5 seconds ago and I'm in love. Okay, since we finished, this fanfiction we read was called Impact, Lee Felix fanfiction by SKZ Made Me Do It on WATTPAD. How's your cousin doing after all that? She left like 30 minutes ago and went in her room. Special bonus, guys. Secret bonus. Was it special bonus? I think it's secret bonus. What is the title of this video? Is it secret bonus or special bonus? It's special bonus. I thought it was secret bonus. I guess not. Okay. Special bonus is coming up real soon. But I'm gonna use the bathroom first. But let's still live in the moment. It was secret bonus. No, the title of the video The title of this video is special feature plus special bonus. It is special bonus. When was it secret bonus? I swear it was secret bonus. Did someone change the title of my video when I wasn't looking? I guess you all thought it was secret bonus, but it actually was special bonus. Elf on the Shelf? Oh, you're early. It's not Christmas yet. Keebler Elf is back. Mandela Effect. Secret bonus? Or special bonus Mandela Effect. Okay, guys. That was so much fun. I will definitely keep reading K-pop fanfiction moving forward. But I'll take a few nights of a break so we can do other stuff. So tomorrow night, I'm gonna do Girl Talk, Ask Me Advice. If you want me to answer your question, just comment your question that you want advice on my recent YouTube community post, or you can ask me in the live stream tomorrow. But the chances of me answering your question are higher if you comment on the YouTube community post because I can see it and it's not scrolling super fast in the comments. BRB getting more water. Yes, everyone make sure to get more water before the next one. Whew. I missed everything after porcelain skin. I totally forgot about that. What time tomorrow? Probably gonna be the same time. I'll schedule it so you guys can see. I feel like I need to like sit for a moment and like really take in everything that happened. The trauma from yesterday, the trauma from today, the additional trauma I'm about to impose on myself and everyone else with the HYUNLIX one-shot. Swollen wall, oh my God. Guys, the entrance, when he said the entrance, like the swollen entrance or whatever he said today, no, that was not good. Okay, y'all. Okay. Came back with an extra water bottle and some ice cream unprepared, physically at least. Okay. So I'm gonna use the bathroom and then I'll be back. And then it's time, I'm exiting out of Impact because we're done. Then it's time for the one shot. I'll tell you guys the name of it once I come back. And then you'll understand why I told you to do a certain something earlier. Okay, oh my God, I almost accidentally showed you the title instead of the BRB going to the bathroom sign. Okay. Miss Polder, can I change my username back yet? Yes, you guys can change your usernames back if you physically can, okay? Okay. BRB. Jump scare. Guess what I got? I know I said no pita crackers today, but I need to reward myself. So I'm gonna finish the box. There's only a few left. I deserve it. I deserve it after being traumatized all day long. I mean, all night long. My soul left my body and came back. Don't know what to ask advice about in the community post. Well, Jake, you have like 22-ish hours to figure out what you want to ask. If you can't figure it out now, maybe you'll get inspired by someone else's question tomorrow. What happened with Amy? I don't get it. They never really said anything, so I assume they're just kind of dating. I don't know. She scared me so bad. Pita crackers, boo, hashtag boo, jump scare. I'll think about something. Okay, Jake. Sounds good. Hashtag pita crackers, that's what I want to get. How long is the special bonus? I can't even predict. I have a feeling it's gonna take me a while to get through this one. I don't think more than another hour, because it's a one-shot, so it's only like technically like one chapter. Let's open these up. Okay. While I'm eating my snack, you guys, I told some of you earlier, I forgot who I told. Maybe it was Vani. I told one of you to not eat your popsicle yet. I told you to hold off on that. And the reason I said to wait until the one shot to eat your popsicle is because this fanfic one shot is called Popsicle. Do you guys see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? That's why I told you to wait to eat your popsicle so you could wait until we started reading Popsicle. The suspense. Now you guys understand why I told you to wait. Now you understand. I was doing it for a reason. I wasn't just trying to deprive you of your little treat. Bangchan says I have lots of popsicles. Okay. Let me eat a few of these. And then we'll start. Okay. The author's note at the beginning says, "Hey, I'm back. Smut ahead. Read well, my lovelies." So when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be spicy. And then I scrolled through it, just quickly glanced through to see if this one was gonna be as spicy as the meme song. And I think it's gonna be just as good, if not worse. And by good, I mean terrible. Did you see SKZ Lollapalooza? Someone said Felix took his shirt off in Lollapalooza, so that's what I watched at the beginning of this live stream. Jake says, I have a feeling there will be no actual popsicles. I don't think so either. But from the title, I knew it was going to be a good one. How many characters do you have left? Have left for what? I'm only doing this one, and then we're done with Stray Kids stuff. In front of JYP? Oh my god. Oh, you're saying Felix took his shirt off in front of JYP? No way. No way. I believe it. I believe it. Bangchan's always watching you guys. Okay. I'll start reading Popsicle once we get to 150 likes. I'm only asking for 2 more. Not asking for a lot. Double tap the screen. Very easy to do. 150, I'm gonna keep eating the pita crackers until we get to 150. Oh, y'all jumped it up quick. Okay, thank you. Okay, y'all. It's time to pause. Pausing on the pita crackers. Everyone grab a plushie and get ready to strap in. Is it bad I know nothing about stay? No, Artie, because I also don't know anything. Okay, Vonnie's back with creepy baby doll profile picture. Everyone, grab your plushie because we need it. Someone said, try a side part. Just try it out. It looks like you put some effort into your appearance rather than like you just got out of the shower. Well, I hate to tell you, Kendall, I quite literally just got out of the shower. I tried absolutely nothing. So, I have a lamb plushie from NZ, New Zealand. Guys, this one is giving me the most comfort. Everyone get your water. Don't forget your popsicle. Kendall says, my bad. I want to go to New Zealand. I have 2 friends that live there. I need to go. I should live stream from New Zealand so you guys can come with me. The soft stomach is very soothing and helping me out. What kind of popsicle? Whatever you want. It was definitely that mask you did 2 days ago. I hope so. Show your eye color. I'm just like, sorry, I'm silent. I'm just enjoying reading your comments for a little bit. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. Okay. Everyone strap in, because here we go. It's time to read Popsicle. The HYUNLIX one-shot by Mindless Means on WATTPAD. This was the first one that showed up when I Googled HYUNLIX one-shot WATTPAD. No more lollygagging. Be patient, monkey. Okay, here we go. It says no one's point of view, so I guess it's just like, is that second person point of view? It's like a narrator's point of view, I guess. Stray Kids, once again, finished another month of hectic schedules and what they want, question mark, a rest and maybe spend time with their special someones. Yes, you can eat a lollipop if you don't have a popsicle. Eat any little treat, guys. Grab a little treat. This seems wholesome. Felix was whining. Whining? Oh, Felix was whining to his boyfriend about not paying attention to him while they were in the dressing room and eating popsicle ice creams. So, you're really not gonna talk to me for the rest of the day? Felix asked. My dog is here, please don't be too scary. Hyunjin looked at the younger, then went back to scrolling on his phone. Fine then, don't talk to me. The shorter rolled his eyes. The shorter? Their descriptions are so random. The shorter rolled his eyes, and as if on cue, the van stopped, and the manager told them that they were already in the dorms. The whole week is all yours, boys, the manager said and let them go. Felix grabbed his bag from Hyunjin's grasp and went inside first. Hyunjin sighed and went after his boyfriend. Okay, now there's like a dash, so I think now it's like Felix's point of view? I don't know. Minho, Hyungi, where's the popsicle ice cream I saved earlier? Who starts eating a popsicle and then doesn't finish it and then asks to eat it later? That's weird. It's not gonna taste as good, right? I feel like it's not. The shorter rolled his eyes. Okay. Where's the popsicle ice cream I saved earlier? Felix asked his Hyung. I put it in the freezer when we came home. I'm gonna rest now, Minho said. This early? Felix thought. But then he saw an angry Bangchan going after him. It was Minho and Felix who were messing with the popsicle ice creams earlier. But why was he being ignored? He went to the fridge and got one and then proceeded to walk to his and Sungmin's room. When he got inside, he saw his boyfriend lying on his bed. What are you doing here? Your room is with Changbin. Felix spat. Sungmin's rooming with him tonight, Hyunjin answered. You can go use Sungmin's bed then. For the second time today, Felix rolled his eyes at the taller. Guys, hashtag rolled his eyes at the taller. I'm waiting. Rolled his eyes. Base, got it. Rolled his eyes at the taller. You got it. Rilakuma's falling off the couch. Okay. Come on. Okay, where was I? Rolled his eyes at the taller. Where was I? The older just sighed and stood up, went to Sungmin's bed and plopped down. What? Hyunjin asked. You asked me to use Sungmin's bed. Okay then, use that. I don't fucking care. Felix sat on his bed and opened his popsicle ice cream. An idea popped on his head. Not popped into his head, popped on his head. Hey Jin, he called his boyfriend. Hyunjin looked at him. Felix then licked on the bottom of the popsicle ice cream to the top. Then he put the ice cream in his mouth. The ice cream completely disappearing inside his mouth. Probably in his throat. Not probably. Prolly. Prolly. I'm very sad. My popsicle is good, but would be better with some pre-seafood. Guys, I cannot be choking and laughing while I'm eating pita crackers. Okay. What are you doing? Hyunjin smirked, then stood up. Felix slowly put out the popsicle and bit on it. I'm eating my ice cream. What else? Felix smiled. Oh, really, huh? Hyunjin caressed the younger's face, tracing his freckled cheeks, while Felix was sucking on the ice cream and leaning to the touch. You think I didn't catch on what you were doing earlier? Felix's eyes widened. Where was I? Felix's eyes widened. Yes, love. I know. Actually, Chan Hyung also knows. That's why we decided to ignore you guys till we get here. I don't know what that means. Hyunjin said as he positioned in between Lix's legs. Okay. At this time, Felix knew he was doomed. Okay, now this is a flashback. So the next scene, or possibly the rest. Oh, no, this is just a flashback. It's like a little paragraph that's a flashback. Hey, Lix, I've overheard Manager Neem say that we're out till next week. Wanna make this start of the rest exciting? Minho asked. Yeah, sure, but how will we do that? Felix asked. They have popsicles on the freezer. Not in the freezer, but on them. We can get one and tease them, and then we get the real thing after. Minho smirked. Hashtag get the real thing after. Are they all gay in this? I thought it was just gonna be Hyunjin and Felix. Oh my god. I wish I had a popsicle. I love putting my popsicles on top of the freezer with a cat. Whew. Okay. I don't know when it's getting juicy, but I swear I browsed through this one to make sure it was, and it was. So it's hopefully coming soon. Where was I? Then we get the real thing after. Felix thought of it and smiled. End of flashback. Okay, now we're back to the present time. Get the real thing after. Felix stuttered. Hyunjin held Felix's wrist and guided the popsicle to the freckled boy's mouth. Let's see what you can do with your mouth, yeah? Hyunjin stared hungrily at the younger. My popsicle needs its space. My lip is bleeding, I just wanted to eat my popsicle. Guys, it's chaos. Hyunjin stared hungrily at the young. Okay. As Felix sucked the popsicle, he looked at his lover's eyes. Eyes wide and innocent. Youngbok's mouth was so warm that the ice cream started melting to the point that it dripped to Hyunjin's hands. Hyunjin pushed the popsicle deeper into Felix's throat, which made the latter gag and slightly tear up. Hashtag ladder gag and slightly tear up. Try and figure out how to spell that. Okay. The younger moaned. The taller pulled out the popsicle and stood up, throwing it into the bin. Felix sat there on his bed, slightly panting and looking at the older as he took off his shirt. Okay, Guys, it's gonna get crazy in like the next 2-ish sentences. Get ready. The younger moaned. Yep, the younger moaned. Please stay fully clothed. Okay. Guys, get ready. There's like 2 more sentences and then it's wild. The younger moaned. Okay. I'm rereading the last sentence. Felix sat there on his bed, slightly panting and looking at the older as he took off his shirt. Hyunjin again sat himself in between the younger's thighs and kneed his crotch, like kneed it, like with his knee. "Oh, F, please," Felix moaned and looked at the older's body. "Eyes up here. Please, what?" Hyunjin dominantly said. He can't have kids. Oh, F. Who is the younger and older? Felix is the younger. Hyunjin is the older. Yeah. Hyunjin dominantly said. Okay. Get ready. Oh, F, please. Felix moaned. Eyes up here, okay? Eyes up here. Please wait. Please what? Hyunjin dominantly said. Please, F me, daddy. The freckled boy said with so much innocence. Guys, I can only read this like 2 sentences at a time. Am I allowed to swear? Okay. It was turning Hyunjin on so much. Felix's voice when singing and talking, that deep, soothing voice that melts when they're like this, one-on-one, in a bed, and about to F. How many times has this happened? Aren't you just sucking a popsicle a while ago? And even in the dressing room, looking like an innocent little shit, but your intentions are not so innocent. Hyunjin spat. You think you deserve it? Huh? Agreeing with Minho to tease me and Chan? Not a great idea. Felix swallowed at that. He thinks he swallowed his own throat, hearing Hyunjin's damned angry voice. Angry, fucking dominant voice. It just made him harder and needier. Answer. What happened to the popsicle? They threw the popsicle in the trash. Guys, my face is getting red again. Like all the way here. It's getting red. No thwompsy. They are in front of the members. Wait, there's no way. Okay. Answer me, Hyunjin said, as he held the other's throat, slightly putting some pressure. Sorry, Daddy. I won't do it again, Felix said. You think a sorry would do? What do bad baby boys do, huh? Tell me, Hyunjin asked. Hashtag bad baby boys. Okay. More stuttering. They get punished, or they do what Master wants. At this point, Hyunjin saw fear and lust in the other's eyes. It just made him hotter. Suck me like how you sucked that damned popsicle earlier, Hyunjin said, and unbuckled his pants. Hyunjin was anything but small. He isn't he is anything but small. He isn't average either. He was big. Not just big, but big. FELIX then kneeled on the carpeted floor, knees brushing the hard cloth, as he was just wearing denim shorts from their last schedule. The younger held the older's D word and stroked it with his tiny hands. Hyunjin was hard. Angry veins visible from being so turned on, and the tip looks so angry red. Spat my water, the tip looks so angry red. Why did I Sir, that might be an infection. Okay. FELIX mentally smiled, as he knew the ladder was hard like this because of him. He licked the base, tracing the veins with his tongue going upwards. He slightly sucked on the tip and looked at his lover, glaring at him. He then sucked down till Hyunjin felt his tip on the younger's throat. FELIX moaned that sent shivers to the older's body because of the vibration of the younger's moans. I will F your tiny mouth, okay? Hyunjin said, and held the younger's hair, slowly effing his mouth. I was waiting for it. Guys, F your tiny mouth might be the winner of tonight. FELIX knows when to tighten and untighten his mouth. But then Hyunjin started mouth effing him roughly. Tears started flowing through the younger's eyes. Shit, Lix, you're so good, Hyunjin moaned. But then after a while, Hyunjin stopped. D word still inside Felix's mouth. I hope you learned your lesson to not effing tease me when we're outside, or you'll get punishments worse than this, the older said, and pulled out of Felix's mouth. 'Cause a string of saliva connecting himself to Hyunjin's D word. Yes, Daddy. I've learned my lesson. Good. Now strip and lay on the bed for me, baby boy. Hyunjin commanded. And Felix did what he was told. Felix... What is that supposed to say? Where was I? Felix teased strip on his body, don't know what that means, pulling down his shorts and opening his button-up shirt, leaving his underwear on, giving Lollapalooza. Hyunjin, on the other side, stripped himself as well. As soon as Lix was stripped on his underwear, he was yeeted into the bed. Hashtag yeeted into the bed. Oh. I think so. Yes, he got yeeted. Hyunjin settled himself in between Lix's legs and grinded on to the other. Ah, shit, Felix moaned. Do you know why I ignored you earlier? Hyunjin asked, while he played with the other's nipples. Why? Because I wanted to take you then and there. Because I wanted to take you then and there. He then inserted a finger into Felix's hole, which startled the younger. Yes, Lele, yes. Okay. Where was I? Hyunjin. The older continued with working on his A word, adding finger after finger. On the third finger, Hyunjin angled his fingers, which resulted to Felix shouted in pleasure. Daddy. Oh, F Daddy. Not A word. Yeah. Yes, baby boy. Hyunjin added another finger in the younger's hole, which had him squirming and gripping in the sheets. Shit, Daddy, I need you inside me now, please. Felix cried. Hyunjin then removed his fingers and looked at the younger's pink and puckering hole, clenching into nothing. Daddy, please F me, Felix begged. Pink and puckering hole. What would JYP say? I almost died. Who said it? Gemini Star Twitch said I will try on my boyfriend. Guys, it just gets worse. It just gets worse. Hyunjin then removed his... Oh, I already said the puckering hole. Hyunjin poured lube on his D word, slightly stroked it, and then brushed the tip on the younger's hole. You're so hot, baby. Hyunjin whispered on the younger's ear and then inserted his D word inside Felix. Guys, you guys are commenting so fast, it's so hard for me to pin stuff. Poured what? Felix entrance. Ah, F Daddy, so big. Felix whined. You're still so tight, baby. So good for me, Hyunjin said as he was still going inside the younger. Shit, love, I still can't believe you're this big, Felix said. I'm almost fully inside you, baby, Hyunjin groaned. When Hyunjin was finally in, he stopped to give Felix time to adjust. Even if they did it multiple times already, he still wants to make sure that Felix was feeling okay and not hurt. You can move now, Daddy, he said. The latter obeyed and slowly moved in and out of Felix. Multiple times. Love, shala. Felix is basically just like mumbling words. Felix moaned, faster, Daddy. Hyunjin angled his thrusts where he can slam on the younger's prostate. It's almost done. I will never eat In-N-Out and think normally again. There, OF, Daddy. Felix almost yelled. Baby F, you're too good. Felix met every thrusts Hyunjin was giving him. Must try on boyfriend. Daddy, I can't. I think I'm gonna C-word. Felix scratched his nails on Hyunjin's back, surely leaving marks. Hyunjin bit Felix's shoulders, adding more pleasure to the younger. Come on, baby, C-word for me. He kept abusing Felix's prostate, which led to Felix C-wording hard. Spurting into both their abs and chests. Emily says, is it actually written like that with the word censored? No, Emily. I'm censoring it myself. I'm never getting a boyfriend after this. Okay, we're almost done. Baby, I'm oversensitive. Calm down, baby, Felix whined. Love, I'm almost there, Hyunjin said and kissed his lover. Their kiss was sweet and erotic at the same time. Hyunjin bit the younger's lip as he C-worded deep inside Felix's A-word. Guys. I don't know how to feel, me either. Humph, Felix moaned as he felt the older's hot C-word inside him. Hyunjin slowly pulled out the younger, careful not to hurt him. How do you feel, baby? Hyunjin asked. I feel full. I still feel your C-word flowing through my A-word. I want to take a bath, Felix pouted. After the bath, sleep? Question mark. I want to eat, please. Okay. Hyunjin picked up the younger and took a bath with the younger. Guys, I think that's the worst of it. There's still a little bit left. That was it for those parts. Let me finish it, because the rest of it I think is regular. That was refreshing, Felix stated after his shower. Can you manage to walk down? I'm a cook for you, Hyunjin asked. Yes, love, please cook for me, Felix said. Hyunjin placed a kiss on the younger's forehead. When Hyunjin walked to the kitchen, he saw Chan cooking. Hyung, you're cooking? Hyunjin asked. Yep. A little treat for my baby. Chan said as he stirred his cooking. Hyunjin went to get bulgogi on the refrigerator, not in the refrigerator, on the refrigerator. I'ma cook bulgogi, and let's just share the noodles since it's just us four here tonight, Hyunjin said. Okay. Chan then went to get the plates as they saw both Lees emerging from each respective rooms, limping. They looked at each other and looked at their boyfriends who are in the kitchen. Couch tonight, both of you, they said in unison. Both guys on the kitchen slightly laughed at that, as if they could resist the top's charms. And that's the end of Popsicle. Oh my God. Y'all, that's it. Let me quickly exit out. I need to clear my browser history. Okay, guys. That was the end. We all need a few days to heal. Where'd the popsicle go? They threw it in the trash can. We all have been traumatized for the past week. It's time for us all to go to collective group therapy and talk to a therapist about our K-pop boy problems. So, I hope you enjoyed Impact, Lee, Felix, Fanfiction. And I hope you enjoyed Popsicle, HYUNLIX, One Shot, Fanfiction. Can we watch My Little Pony now? What can I do to clear my head and erase my memories? This made a great impact on my life. Okay, guys. We all need to start a collective pool of money so we can all pay for each other's therapy. The comments are coming in so fast, I can barely read them. Okay, y'all. That's it. Thankfully, I have concluded everything. Originally, I was going to start a new fanfiction on Monday, but we'll see if I have the mental capacity to do that. So, the only thing I have left to do is my usual, and that's taking out my contacts. So, we'll do that. We'll end with a nice, peaceful task. Now, sometimes it's not peaceful, because sometimes it hurts to take out my contacts. But if anyone has any final questions, comments, concerns, please speak now. This is my first YouTube live experience. I don't know how to feel about this. Thank you, Sofa Pop. I love I love that you're trying new things. I am also trying new things because I never live streamed until 3.5 weeks ago. Did I think I would be sitting on my living room floor for the 5th night in a row, reading spicy fan fiction to some online strangers? Absolutely not. I did not think that would be my career trajectory. We cannot watch My Little Pony because it's copyright. So we can't. We can look at a photo. We can look at a photo because they won't copyright me for a photo. Let's see, what's a nice photo? Here's everyone gathered around, smiling, having a grand old fun time. Think about all the happy memories in your life. And forget everything that I said. Just forget everything that I said. Polder needs Ricky's back. Would you have expected to be reading fanfics online when you were younger? Absolutely not. My happiest memory is this live. Okay, guys. Peace and quiet. Peace and quiet. Bye, Vonnie. Okay, go have fun rating Hot Topic. Let me know what you get. Where can I read this, Ton? You can read this on WATTPAD. It's called Popsicle. Everyone, please erase all the hashtags from your mind. Okay, we're done with this. Please erase hashtag C word. Please erase hashtag D word from your mind. Please erase Jisung's entrance from your mind. Please get rid of it. My shitty memory already did that for me. Guys, I need... What can I do to repair my mind? I don't know. Okay, let's go take off my contacts. And then, so we'll end the live in a few minutes. I know everyone's sad. Everyone's sad. I know they want me to stay on and read some more, but I'm done. I have nothing else to give you tonight. I've given too much of my everything to you. Tomorrow night, we are doing, let me move over to the bathroom to take out my contacts and throw away my pita chips. Oh my God, my knees are gone. No more hashtags. When are you going live again? Tomorrow? I don't think I'm gonna do a live during the day tomorrow because I think my friend's coming over. But I am for sure doing a live tomorrow night, which is probably gonna start around the same time as this one, and that one is gonna be Girl Talk, Ask Me Advice. So, if you have a question you want me to answer, I gotta wash my hands so I don't get pita cracker salt in my eye before I take out my contacts. If you want to ask me advice, I will let you know ahead of time. I am very unqualified, but I do have my opinions to share. So, if you want to hear my opinions, then please join me tomorrow night, my time, for, what is it called? Girl Talk, Ask Me Advice. You can ask me a question about anything. I would recommend, hold on. I recommend you to drop your question in the YouTube community post that I posted earlier today, because you have a higher chance of me choosing your question because I'll be able to see it. And then You can also ask your question during the live stream, but I'm warning you again, it might be hard for me to see your question in the live stream because the comments come in so fast. But, so you guys have you have like less than 24 hours to think of your questions. Like I said, I am not qualified. I'm not I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm not very qualified. But I do love to give my opinion because I am a very honest person when people ask me for advice or anything like that. So, you can ask, the question can be about whatever you want. Relationship questions, dating questions, random girl stuff questions, whatever. Anything you want. I'm just reminding you, I am unqualified. Okay. Okay, bye, Danielle. What time tomorrow? Probably same time as today, probably like 8:30 p.m. PST. Okay, let me take out this eyeball. I had like a new method that I tried yesterday and I forgot what it was. I forgot. So I think I looked this way, but then moved it over like that and then took it out. Oh, that was easy. Okay, green contact has been removed. For those of you who freaked out and thought it was my real eye color, now you know the truth about me. The truth is that I'm lying to you. Are you live every day? I have been live minimum once a day for the past 3 weeks because I just cannot stop. It is so much fun. It's the best way to fill my time and my bored life. So, yes, I am live every day. And I will try to keep being live as often as possible, unless I have something going on. Yeah. It's still blue though, your eyes. Yes, my real eye is blue. This is still a fake eye, don't worry. I subbed so I can join everyone. Okay, guys, I have one more contact to take out. If you have not already, like this video, double tap if you're watching on mobile, double tap to like the video, very easy. If you're watching on the computer, you guys know how to press the like button, very easy. And most importantly, please subscribe because you don't want to miss out on another K-pop fanfiction reading, right? You don't want to miss possibly another popsicle one shot, do you? I don't think you do. Okay. What did I just do on that side? Oh, I was over here and then I move it here and then I try to grab it. Whoa, whoa, I'm like seeing stuff. Whoa, that one was weird. Ow, I got it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Popsicles have been ruined, okay. Do you only read Stray Kids fanfic? Absolutely not. I read Jungkook fanfiction the first week I started live streaming, so if you want to watch that, I read Jungkook BTS fanfiction. You can find that on my live. If you ever miss a live stream, you can always rewatch it because they will always be available to rewatch. And I do that because sometimes people can't make it live, and I understand people have lives. People are busy. It's totally fine. I understand you can't make it to every Polar Express live stream. She just read A-word stuff. Okay. What did you read the fanfics on? WATTPAD. Yeah. Okay, guys. I fear the time has possibly come for me to say goodnight because I have to brush my teeth and then put on the milky makgeolli probiotics barrier essence, which looks like milk. And then I have to put the calming serum on top to hopefully calm my face from flaring up from crying, from laughing. Let's eat Lunchables and Dunkaroos and watch Scott Pilgrim. Fantastic idea. I have the same toothpaste as you. Jisung's entrance. Bye. Could you read it in hyphen fanfic next? I think Jimin from BTS is gonna be next. So, yeah. I don't want to say goodbye, but I have to because I have nothing else to say. Okay. I finished editing my BTS Lego video, by the way, so I'm proud of myself. Who knows what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night? It's kind of early. It's only 11:30. It's way early for my bedtime. I don't want to leave because I'm lonely. I don't want to say goodbye. I know you guys, but I don't have anything else to say. BTS got Legos? Yeah, there's a BTS Dynamite music video Lego set by Official Lego. It's so good. I built it like a month ago. You look like the type of person who has 6 rescue cats, 1 for each manic episode. That would be true, but I don't like cats, so it doesn't apply to me. We can just gossip and talk about random stuff. Okay, Artie, well, if you guys want to keep talking for a little bit, you gotta say something juicy, because I can't keep talking to myself. Maybe I'll walk around the house a little bit and start putting stuff away. I'll show you guys the BTS Lego set, because some of you have not seen it. Here we go. Look at that. Fantastic. It's got a movable ice cream truck. It's got a movable donut thing. There's a donut shop thing. What is this called? Like the dance floor moves. That's the best part. It's very cool. I love it. Oh, you guys didn't get to see Jumbo Rilakuma today? Say hi. My friend is asking me to text a boy from her school that I've never met for her, and she asked me for somebody's number that I don't have. Advice? Wait, I don't understand that question. The Smiths, but ask me that question tomorrow, but I don't understand it. I got my power back. The lights have been out for 3 days. What? You actually being into K-pop makes this channel even better? Yes, you guys, I'm not a faker. I like K-pop. I ain't lying. I'm not just reading the K-pop fanfics to appeal to the K-pop fans. No, no, no. No, no, no. Are you into girl groups too? I am. New jeans forever. Okay. My cousin did not put the Parmesan cheese away, which means I'm gonna have to do it. And then my hands are gonna smell like Parmesan. I'm gonna have to wash my hands again. Okay, y'all. I think I'm gonna go, but start preparing advice questions. If you think of one, drop it in my YouTube community post. Hopefully I'll answer it tomorrow. And then I will see you tomorrow. You'll see what time. I'll schedule it. If you're subscribed, you'll see what time for the Ask Me Advice. I will schedule it. So you'll find out tomorrow. I think that was it. I set a lot of like reminders at the beginning of this live stream. So if you want to watch the beginning of the live stream, where I talk about stuff for like 30 minutes before I start reading the fanfic, if you missed that part, then you can read that. Goodbye, Jisung's entrance. Goodbye, C-word. Goodbye. I don't even want to think what the other hashtags are. That's it. Okay. Bye. See you tomorrow.